These are some key tips you guys are going to need for Madden Ultimate Team 26 this year, as the drop is just a few days away from everybody getting the game. So let's make sure you guys are on top of it heading into Ultimate Team. Now, some of this stuff will be for the newer players, but most of it, almost everyone can benefit from. Let's start out with the simple stuff for the newer guys in the lineup menu. Chemistries and strategy items are the most important things you can add to your team. As you can see, we have a team loaded in. When you load into your team, it might be a bunch of 60s, might be a bunch of 70s when you start the game. With that being said, you're going to be able to scroll to the left here. You're going to see generate best lineup, overall improvements, and you're going to scroll down to where you hit chemistries. Chemistry is where you're going to see your team that you choose or your program that you choose to do a team around. I highly suggest you do at least one theme team. What is the theme team? That is where you pick a group of players, whether it is a team of all Ravens players, all Panthers players, if it's a program where it's like the Ultimate Team kickoff promo, but preseason promo, whatever it is, where you get a group of guys from the same team, same program, and you put them on a single team to get some boosts. The reason why I suggest this is because when you get 20 or 25 boosts, you will get very big upgrades. Let's use an example of this for the Ravens. I don't have this up right now, but I can show you. The Ravens have +1 strength, +1 run block. You get +1 man, plus zone, plus speed, throw power, hit power, just for having 25 Ravens on your team. Now, I did this where I had the Ravens and the Panthers theme teams. So make sure you guys at least have one of those. You don't have to have a full team or whatever. You can just get 20 Ravens players, 20 Seahawks players, whatever team you want, whatever your favorite team is, and get them on your team. And yes, they can be backups. They do not have to be starters, but make sure they are playing their position or else they will not count. Strategy items are just as big. And I'll go over exactly how to get these in the auction house, but you can get one for your QB, your running back, wide receivers, and tight ends, aka your skill positions, your O linemen, your D linemen, your linebackers, your DBs, and your specialists. There are no specialist ones right now, so don't worry about that. But you also can get one for your team affinity. So if you choose to hit, let's say, the Jags, you can get a +2 Jags. I'm going to show you exactly how to go through and filter through these in the auction house right now. The reason why these are so important is because they can get you +2 throw power, they can get you +2 mediums, deep route running, +2 run block, pass block, all that sort of stuff in the auction house for a low cost. I'm gonna show you exactly how to filter through that, because I'm gonna be honest, I barely knew how to filter through it until early last year. All you gotta do is go down to chemistries, which again is kind of where we filter through. And if you want to do a Jets or Panthers or whatever, let's say you want a Vikings, all you gotta do is filter to Vikings, and you're gonna have Vikings players show up. And that's when you go to type, you go to strategy, and you're going to have some strategy cards pulled up for your teams. The green are going to be +2. The commons are going to, or the gray is going to be +1s. If you want some of the fancy smancy items I was talking about earlier, you're going to go to chemistry. You're going to scroll down. Now, if you see C, that is going to be +1 for common. If you see the U, you're going to go, that's going to be uncommon. That's going to be the green. That's going to be the +2. Things like gunslingers, like +2 throw power. Short threats going to be +2 short route running, medium route running, deep route running, +2 pass block, run block. You kind of get the gist of this now. Run stopper is going to be block shed. Pass rush is going to be power moves, whatever it is. Field general is going to be pursuit or play rec. You get my point by now. So what we're going to click to, like gunslinger, sometimes they might not be up, so you're going to have to just wait for them to come up on the block. Other times they're going to be like this one. Let's go to deep route running. Deep route running, which is going to be flooded with them, and you can get them for 14K or less. The reason why throw power is so much more is because it's very, very important. All right, we can move on from this #1 tip. This is the #1 thing in the game, is it is very, very important to get your players upgraded easily, especially in the beginning of the game. The second tip is going to be make sure you're keeping up with glitches in the game. For example, let's go to practice mode. I'll show you the #1 glitch right now in the game, for free. There's no problem, nothing, no catch. I'm going to show you one of the best glitches in the game that you can do with any player on your team. Now, again, I have a faster team with Lamar Jackson at quarterback, so this might work a little bit better. Let's go to any passing play. We can do any defense, doesn't matter. As soon as I take a snap, what I'm going to do is hold R2, press up on my stick, and I do a truck animation. That gets me a speed boost. Speed boost is huge for a running back. This can be with with a quarterback. This can be with any player behind the line of scrimmage. Okay, so let's have Lamar Jackson. Oh my God, he's getting pressured. I can speed boost away. That is nuts. It doesn't work above the line of scrimmage very well, so make sure you're doing it behind the line of scrimmage with your quarterbacks. All you have to do, again, press R2, and we are speed boosting away. It's insane. Now, again, with Lamar Jackson, it's exaggerated because he is so fast. But I'll even show you it real quick with Bryce Young. So now Bryce Young is in the game. It is super easy to do this again. Bryce Young is like 78 speed. Whoop, there's a speed boost. There's the speed boost. It is so easy to do, and it creates you a ton of space. Now, again, this probably will be patched within 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We'll see how fast it does. Normally, Madden is I would say, bi-weekly company, so they normally take a little bit of time to patch glitches like this, but I assume it's going to be in the game by the time you definitely see this video, so make sure to take advantage. And you're wondering, how do I know these glitches all off the top of my head, and how do I see these so fast? Make sure you're following this YouTube channel, because I'm going to be putting out glitches like this all the time. So hit that red subscribe button. Also, we're doing a Madden giveaway if you hit that red subscribe button, so it's a win-win for you. Now, my next and most important, that's actually not the most important, I'm literally lying to you. My next tip is going to be in the store. It is going to be making sure you are taking advantage of your Onecoin packs every single day. They release a Onecoin pack every single day in this game. Exactly. If you have no points, obviously you're not going to be able to get the deal of the day, and that's perfectly fine. We're no money spent over here. You can get a 75+ player and a 70+ player for a total of 2 coins. That is it. And you can pull a lot out of this. Let's open the 75+ for example. Again, in golds right now go for a lot. So if you pull like a Matthew Golden out of this, that could be a 50K pull for just pulling a simple gold. This right here, 2,000 coins for a 1 coin purchase. We just made a free 2K. For nothing. We just made a free 2K. That can take you from not being able to afford a player to being able to afford a player very easily. So again, love to see that. And the same thing with the 70+. You never know what you can pull. There have been guys that have pulled 85s out of these free packs. They're 1 coin. It's all it takes. And you can get some elite players. Again, made 3K, even up to buy now is 1.9K. So you made technically almost 4K for only spending 2 total coins. Then my next tip is going to be making sure you're keeping up with your objectives. This was something I struggled with a lot last year, and I honestly was not very good at, and I'm making sure I'm very good with it this year because the field pass is loaded with free rewards and free packs and tickets to where you can turn those tickets into coins, which I'll show you out after this. But make sure you are keeping up with your daily challenges. These are very simple. Complete 3 daily objectives. You got to rush for a lot of yards. You got to complete a lot of daily objectives for 3. Complete all 3 daily objectives to get a free coin pack, which can be up to the most I've seen so far this year is like 15, 20K. But again, free 15, 20K, you'll take that all day. Because when you complete those dailies, you are going to get some objectives. So you have to complete 21 daily objectives to get the silver solo champs key, which again is going to unlock solo challenges for you that you then can get a ton of rewards for. Plus, you also get 20.5K for absolutely free just by completing daily challenges. The weekly challenges are also very, very good for grinding XP. Obviously, we need XP because we're going to be upgrading our field pass, which again, in turn, is going to get us coins, packs, and rewards all throughout this season. Then we go to the solo league. You see these tokens right here. What these tokens are going to do, I made a video on this before, is how you get a free 85+ player. You get a free 85+ player after 4 weeks of doing these solo seasons and the solo run, which you can find in these first CPU challenges. You just scroll down to the bottom, you play 1 season and 1 run for every single week. You just go through and you play solo challenges. You get these done. You get 8 tokens a week. By week 4, you will get a free 85+ player for absolutely free. So make sure you're doing that and paying attention because there's going to be a lot more than just this year. Throughout the year, they're going to have different challenges where you can win different tokens, different rewards here. So make sure you're keeping up. And I'm going to try to keep you up as much on this channel as possible. Weekly login rewards as well are going to be very simple. And then you're going to program rewards as you go through. Right now, it's only in season 1 program, so we still have a lot to climb there. So the best way to use your tokens in this game, in my opinion, on day 1 is make sure you're upgrading your free 80 overall that you get. You can get either Marshawn Lynch, T. Higgins, one of those guys, Xavier McKinney. I think upgrading them and saving your tokens to upgrade them up to 85 overall is going to be huge because 85 overall players are very, very, very good to start the year. And they will be probably for the first 2 to 3 weeks. With that being said, if you don't want that and you want to go a little more fun route, use them on the Boomer Bust Packs. I think these 77 Boomer Bust Packs are the best value out of this. For only 560 tokens, you can get a 77+. Now remember, 77s, there's a lot of good value in there. You can get the likes of a Matthew Golden, who I mentioned earlier, who goes for like 90K right now. He might be like lower now that I'm making this video, but probably around 50K when you see this video, 70K because golds are going down in price. But either way, he's an outrageous price. There's multiple low elite cards that are going for outrageous prices because their speed is high. And you can get really good rewards for just 560 tokens and get tons and tons of coins from that if you want to go that route. So that's another option for the tokens if you don't want to upgrade your players. The next tip for you is this year, make sure you are playing your head-to-head events and your head-to-head seasons. The head-to-head seasons has some awesome rewards. We just went undefeated and won a Super Bowl in our first season. If you want to see that sort of content, make sure to head over to our Twitch, which is linked in the bio. But look at the rewards here. I'll just show you the rewards. We'll cut it nice and dry. 5 wins, 20K. That's simple. Cut and dry. We're not getting too flashy around here. Playoffs, 3 wins, 30K. That is 50K right there for winning 8 games. And then if you win your Super Bowl, you can get a Clutch Elite Pack, which is a guaranteed elite player, or 75,000 coins. And even if you lose, you get 20K. That they made head-to-head this year actually very rewardable. In the past seasons, it really hasn't been super profitable to play just normal head-to-head. So I'm very, very happy they did this year. And if you even go up levels, down levels, they can even go up. If you play on Legend and you win the Super Bowl, you get 200,000 coins. It's nuts. It is nuts. They made it very profitable. They also made events very profitable. So if you go to the events tab, I made a video on this yesterday. So if you want to go check out exactly how to do this super easy with examples, make sure to go back to yesterday's video, as this is the easiest way to get coins right now in the game. This ends though during pre-game access, which is in a few days. So some people will get lucked out here. But again, make sure you're keeping up with events so you can keep up. Like rewards like this, you get 2 end zone packs, which is the same you get for winning a rookie Super Bowl, which is 278 plus players in those packs. You get 2 of those, 2 pay dirt packs, and 20K for only 30 minutes of your time. It is by far and away the fastest way to get a ton of coins. I've made over 200,000+ coins just by doing this method. Super easy. So again, make sure you're keeping up to date with those events. And again, we're covering that all on this channel very easily. And my last tip is the most basic tip, the most boring tip, but certainly the most important tip, and that is make sure you're doing your solo challenges. This year, through solo challenges, you can get players like Xavier Worthy, who's the fastest card in the game right now. You can get a card like a JJ McCarthy, who is a budget beast quarterback. You can get a ton of packs. You can get a ton of very good packs, Snap Fantasy packs, pregame access upgrade token packs. You can also get other packs like pay dirt packs, deep shot packs, end zone packs. Through the epic challenges, you're getting a ton of Blaze packs, Snap Fantasy packs, a ton of coins, 7K coins just by doing solo challenges at a time, and just a ton of rewards. It is so boring for some people to do solo challenges. I understand, but they made it a little bit more fun this year with the weather implications, with time implications. They made them super fast, very easy to do. They don't take you a ton of time like they did last year or the previous year. You can fly through them, and you get rewarded very much so in the beginning of the game for them. Now, at the end of the year, no, you don't really have to do solo challenges all that much, I promise you. But during the beginning of the year, they're very important to get a ton of coins to make sure you're making some easy profits. Those are my main tips to start the year, and obviously we've had some good success. We just went undefeated in our Super Bowl. So again, I'm going to be dropping some playbook stuff for you guys soon, and make sure you guys are dropping subscribe to enter into the giveaway for a free copy of Madden 26. Whether you have the game yourself already or you want to give it to a friend, it is no biggie. We're giving away 1 free copy by just simply subscribing. So make sure to like, make sure to hit that sub button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.